we're going to be starting with the a new path, part of the 9.1 story campaign. So let's get to it. So there's going to be some dialogue here, I believe. I walked up to these people before and they had some dialogue, and I was just like, okay, I got to start back up here, and now they'll initiate the dialogue when I get closer, so...
The Mournblade tore a fragment from Uther's soul. Without it, I fear he may never heal.
Okay, so that was... wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, here we go. I was going to say, I thought there was more dialogue.
But retrieving it will prove perilous. The jailer keeps his treasures well guarded.
Is that it? Okay, that might be it. Anyway, so he's talking about Uther. So Uther was killed by Arthas, who wielded a Mournblade, which we now know is not the only Mournblade. It was a blade called Frostmourne, and it wounded his soul when it killed him or whatever. So when Uther came to the Kyrian lands, he still had that wound with him. And now we're learning that we need the Mournblade to help him out, or else he may never heal. And so Frostmourne was shattered when we initially first defeated the Lich King. So I guess the jailer retrieved the shards of Frostmourne, which is what some people, when the Lich King was first defeated, they're just like, hey, whatever happened to the fragments of Frostmourne? Because we assumed they were super powerful, and Blizzard was just like, you'll never know. And I guess they were just probably just saving to bring it back to the storyline at some point. So this is it. Never mind, you're a liar. It's made from yeast sugar and tea bacteria. But you can add the fruit too. Okay. You can add fruit to it. Okay. Well, I'm sure it still tastes good. Anyway, hold on a second. We're gonna keep with the. I've never tried it, so it'll still be on my list of things to maybe try if the opportunity presents itself. All right, so a paladin soul. Wait, this is Sthenios, the Paragon of Wisdom. So he is the one that was charged with taking care of Uther, or being it's Uther is under watch basically, because he was part of the Forsworn, which was the group of Kyrian that was going against the Archon for good reason. They wanted to keep their memories, because part of the process of becoming a Kyrian Ascended, basically getting your wings, is you forget your past life, so that you can avoid bias when you're judging the souls of the recently dead, because the Kyrian's job is to escort souls to the Shadowlands, and they don't want any bias coming into play. So their solution was, we'll just make them forget. And a lot of Kyrian were just like, nah. My memories are what makes us strong, and so a bunch of them got led to the side of the Forsworn because of this. Turns out that the leader of the Forsworns were actually sons of bitches, though, and was actually fooling them and leading them towards the path of becoming Mossworn, which are Kyrian that are in service to the jailer. So not the best, but Uther saw the error saw that their leadership was shit. And he's basically turning over a new leaf. So looks like we're going to be helping Uther with this. All right.
Come forth and be heard.
All right. Bolvar Fordragon has seen visions of a vault hidden deep within Torghast, where the jailer keeps souls he deems valuable. Uther was struck down by a Mournblade. When such a weapon is wielded with rage, it can shatter a soul into fragments. If the jailer holds a part of Uther's soul, it cannot be fully mended until the lost piece is restored. Oh, okay. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. Because we had okay, so in past expansions, we had seen a spirit of Uther that had been trapped in the blade, and people, when this expansion came out, they're just like, what was that all about? And Blizzard's just like, no worries, we've got an explanation for this, instead of being like they retconned it, which was great. That they actually had an explanation for it, and is that when he was stabbed by the Mournblade, his spirit got split in two. So apparently a part of his spirit is what was in the Frostmourne blade itself. And there's probably a shit ton of souls in that, but it says specifically with rage. So I think they were just like, oh yeah, not every soul, just specifically the ones that were struck down in rage. So we know that, but we know that when we broke the Frostmourne blade as well, a lot of spirits got taken out like were out of the got freed from that blade. So it was like in the initial cutscene, if I recall correctly, the initial we defeated the Lich King cutscene. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So I feel like what happened to all those spirit fragments that were freed was Uther's not a part of them because it was kept in, you know, a part of the blade that wasn't like destroyed. There's a lot of questions here. There's a lot of questions, but we'll just roll with it. You know, we'll just roll with it. Anyway, take this attuned shard to Torghast, Moonlight. It should guide you to the vault's location. Find the lost fragment of Uther's soul so that he can be made whole. Reclaim the remnant of justice from the ossuary of the banished in Torghast. All right.
The road of sorrows is paved with attachments.
Weird line. The road of sorrow is paved with attachments. It's just like, okay, yeah, I guess, but that's also where like joy and stuff comes. Like getting close to people only leads to sorrow. It's just like, all right, that's very Jedi of you. Oh hey, Foregathers, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I really appreciate it. All right, off to Torghast, I guess. Hold on. We'll take the teleporter back to, or the flight path teleporter back to Venari's little hub, and then we'll to Torghast for this quest. I still have to do the 9. I haven't touched 9.1 that much. Oh hey Raj, hi, welcome. Good day, or good night. Good evening. I still haven't done any of the souls yet. I still need to get on that. I haven't played much World of Warcraft since 9.1 came out, so I'm a bit behind on everything. But I'll get around to doing it at some point. I'm taking this expansion very casually, so it's not like I have to, you know, keep up for gear or anything because I'm raiding or anything like that. But okay, right, Torghast. Run away. Do. Depending on how fast your game loads, I find it faster to tell you to Ouroboros and then jump into the maw than take the flight. My game usually loads a bit slowly, so I just take the flight. Technically morning, getting ready for work. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Technically morning. I don't consider it so. Morning is when the sun doth rise, alright? But yeah, technically in the AMs. Alright, okay, yeah, we put this in this. Use the attuned shard to begin your search for Uther's soul shard. This is so we can go to specific places. Oh shoot, that's loud. Alright. We're in. All right. Oh, this is actually okay. This is like a full floor of Torghast thing. All right. Yeah, both of these are really good, but we're gonna go for. I don't know how many floors this will be, but we'll go for more health for the time being. You know, I always get to the end of some of these things. Usually you just go for more damage, but like when I was doing like the endless corridors or whatever, and you know, like eventually you don't have defensive. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's repairs. Dude, I didn't even know this was here. Sure, we'll repair that. Just like, why is there a random anvil there? Alright. Look at these guys. Fancy. Oh, these guys... We're not going to need the extra health. We're not... Unless it increases drastically between floors. This is easy peasy. This probably... Because it's story content, they're just like, yeah, everybody needs to complete this. We're going to get these down. This is going to be fine. Save this soul. This like makes me think this is a trapped floor, but I don't think it is. Yeah, no, it's not. It just looks weird. I started doing the new Torghast stuff as well, but this place doesn't have the upgrades. They have like a talent tree. Okay. No, this is exactly like a Torghast thing, but it's not taking into account my upgrades. Because there's a new talent tree specific for Torghast that they've implemented with this shit, and one of the talenty points shit that I spent was just like, yeah, you don't have to loot in Torghast anymore, but I still have to loot here, so. Some spicy lore souls where you're headed? Awesome. Awesome sauce. I love that. I'll look forward to it. Okay, let's do this one. 5 floors total? Already. And yeah, none of the tower knowledge stuff. Which is a shame, because I had gotten used to not looting. Not having to stop and loot everything. You know, I probably still didn't need to loot anyway, but it's like, because this isn't, well, there's Phantasma. It's mostly just for the Phantasma. There we go. Oh, this is all gonna die, like, really easily. Okay. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Yes, come with me. There's a whole bunch of these guys in Torghast, where it's just like, you find someone who's chained, and then they're just like, hey, can you help me find this person or item? And it's always like at the end of the level, and then they give you a boon. And that's about it. So it's completely random who you encounter. Yeah, what the fuck? What is this? I've never encountered this before. Do I run away from this chain? Or do I have to, like, kill what I'm being chained with? This is so weird. Also, it's continually drawing me this way, so... Hold on. I want this. Your abilities cool down 25% faster, but your physical damage and physical healing is reduced. Now let's just go with the crit. Let's play it safe. Let's go with the crit. I don't like it when it reduces. Oh, I know. Frig off. I think it is just a walk far enough away thing. Okay. I don't like it when it reduces my healing because it makes me feel unsafe. I'm just like, part of doing this as holy is, you know, if shit hits the fan, I can heal myself, and if my healing is gimped, then I'm just like, I feel like, you know. So these things like open up. This is interesting. I've never encountered this before. This isn't in normal Torghast, but maybe they have like new wings of Torghast. I haven't seen it yet. I don't think they do, but take the versatility. Yeah, we'll take this. Why not? Oh yeah. You can also get followers from that as well. Yeah, the followers for the this guy that we encountered. Sometimes you'll encounter someone, and later you can recruit them to be a follower for your Covenant Hall, and then they help you with the Covenant war table stuff. Yeah, I just got a new follower by doing this. I didn't even know they added new. I had no idea what they added to new Torghast, but one of them was a new follower. Oh shit! It was a Dreadlord. Aw, man. I can't believe they added... That was something unexpected. He turned from a regular mob into a rare mob. So he should probably drop... no, he didn't. Oh yeah, no, he did. He dropped the little boon thing. Dread bugs. You are covered in a swarm of aggressive insects that transfer to an enemy when you damage, dealing... They were 20 seconds in return. When the enemy dies... They return to you when the enemy dies. Okay. Or Dreadbound. Your soul is bound to Vilthras. When you fall below 40%, he casts Dread Protection, reducing damage taken by 50 for 10 seconds. If I was playing it safe, I would go with Dreadbound, but let's go with Dreadbugs instead, because we're not playing... We just damage more shit. Let's just do that. Do you have any game suggestions? You're able to get a new one, but I don't keep up with a lot of new releases and stuff, so... Oh dear, I'm probably not the person to ask. I don't have a wide range of games. Like, I know, like, well, what kind of games do you like? Like, what kind of games do you play? Because there's a lot of games that, you know, exist. You know, like I don't know what stuff came out recently. Like, I can give you some recommendations based on, like, maybe if you haven't played some things. Like, I don't know. That's a pretty, you know. There's so many games out there. We're gonna have to narrow it down somehow. Plus, like, I don't know what you've already played, so some of my recommendations might be a bit old. Like, all I know basically is games that I've played, which is basically, you know, I played a lot of MMOs, and then so, like, you know, Final Fantasy 14, and then this, and then, you know, got Overwatch, which also is a lot of my game time. So, and then just occasionally I'll pick up, like, some other games, like some Nintendo games, like a Pokemon or Animal Crossing, and then occasionally some, like, indie games or whatever catches my interest on Steam. But those are mostly like puzzle games or like RPG games.
I listen.
Okay, let's kill this guy and then we'll free that dude. So, like, it depends on what you like in terms of games, because obviously there's a shit ton of games out there. I know, like, Hades. My brothers have started. One of my brothers has started to play Hades recently, and he really loves it. But Hades, you know, came out a while ago, so... Oh god, I hate this one. I hate this talent. Let's go with this one. Reduce the divine toll. Oh shit, you really like horror games? Oh, those are I hate horror games, so I would not have any recommendations for those. Zero recommendations.
Oh, and still with all his limbs.
Or sci-fi?
Son!
You love games that
About
take place in
time.
space. You also
Thank you
love
for your
RPG games
assistance.
in open
We
world.
should probably use a little more caution in the future.
Okay. I know there's, like, it's a bit weird. I don't know what it's entire about, but I've seen some people playing it a little bit. Some of the people that I follow on Twitch, but it seems like a very tedious game because it's like about like long space travel times. But there's like a game called like Starbase or something like that where you have a ship in space, and it's a lot about it's got a lot of like MMO vibes. I don't think it actually has a story. I think it doesn't seem like it has a story. It's just like you go out and mine resources in space and you build ships and stuff like that. I don't know if there's PvP. But that's something you can maybe look into if you'd be interested in something like that. I think it has a very... I think for most people it'd be really boring though, because it seems like there's a lot of like space travel time. Because it's like they really went with the space is huge vibe. So you go out and get resources, and then I think you can you have to make it back to your space station to the save zone, and you might be like ganked on the way by like other players that are space pirates or something like that. I don't know. That's something that I've seen a lot of, but once again, I think I think for a lot of people it would probably be boring. But I think that one seemed kind of interesting, at least. Gosh. If you haven't heard of it, there is once again, a lot of my recommendations are kind of old because I don't know about games that came out recently, but there's Outer Wilds, which is a game that's about it has space elements on it, but it's mostly about exploration and just it's basically solving a mystery. You're in this solar system, and you're an alien race, and you're going out on your first mission out into space, and some weird shit happens to you, and you basically get stuck in small spoilers. You get stuck in a time loop, basically, and you have to figure out this is like ancient alien tech or whatever that's put you in this time loop. From an older race that existed, and you basically you explore the solar system, and you're trying to figure out how to get yourself out of the time loop and stop the sun from exploding, basically, or figure out why the sun's exploding, or help with that or something like that. Because basically what happens is you have a certain period of time for each cycle, and then that was actually kind of spoilers that the sun, basically bad shit happens, and then it sends you back to the start of the day. And you have all your memories and stuff like that of what happened, and then you basically like repeat these cycles, and different things happens at different points in the cycles. It's kind of an interesting exploration game. Outer Wilds. I'm pretty sure that's the one. It seemed, I watched somebody else play it. It seems pretty cool. It's got the time aspect can be a little bit frustrating. But you can these you know, like I get a bit nervous whenever something's on a time limit. There's not an actual time limit to it, but you know, like you only have a certain amount of time before the day will reset, basically, to do your exploring or whatever. And some things some things will happen at specific points during the time cycle. So from when you wake up to when shit hits the fan. But it's pretty cool. What about the other space game? Oh, I think it's called Starbase. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I think it's called Starbase. One word. Yeah, once again, I'm not sure I'd recommend that one. Like I said, it's probably got like a niche audience, but if that is something that you'd be interested in, you know, it seems pretty alright. Anyway, let's see. Let's go with. Doesn't have a critical trans. No, let's go with this one. Good Souls. All right.
You are hunted. Be wary.
Anyway, so the Starbase one is kind of like a maybe recommendation, but I know a lot of people really love the Outer Wilds game, so like it's a part of it can be like a little bit frustrating, but I think overall it's a good story and it's pretty interesting. So I didn't play it myself, but I did watch somebody else play it, so on the YouTubes. And my brother played it as well. I want to open all of these. Most of these things are probably going to be filled with enemies, but if I go in here, will this hurt me?
A lost fae, bound in torment. Free them, lest they be consumed.
Thank you for the suggestions. No problem.
Darkness.
I just hope you'll like either of those ones. I'm sorry I don't have much else to go on there, but yeah. Don't have many other game recommendations. If I probably thought about it more, I might be able to think of some more recommendations, but like I said, there's a lot of games out there. And I haven't played like I've either heard of some in passing and I can't remember them, or you know, I haven't actually played them myself. So it's like some of them I just like can't recommend because it's just like I don't actually know a lot about this game. What the heck is this? These are like interesting traps here. The traps in Torghast are always so easy to avoid. It's just like, really, this is all that the kind of traps that Hell can provide. some like spiked training dummies that go on the very, very basic paths. All right, jailer. They're just like, surely this is, you know, surely this will get them. Do. Easy peasy, nailed it. Oh, hey, LJ. Hi, welcome. Alright. They said oh, there he is. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna say the rune carver guy said there was a fae in here, so I'm just like, where are they? There they are. They're kind of hiding behind the corner there. Anyway, I didn't think they were going to be sending us into Torghast for this part of the quest, but whatever. I normally do like Torghast and stuff off stream because it's usually kind of like, I'll usually like listening to a stream or something in the background doing it because it's kind of monotonous. And it's a little bit, you know, there's not a lot of story or anything going on here, but you know, this is the story specific wing.
Thank you for freeing me.
So I'm sure when we get to the end, we'll get more of the story stuff on this.
I sense it's nearby.
Do anything in here? Okay, yeah, it's another dude. One time there was a boon in one of these, and so now I have to open every single one of them. Or else I feel like I'll be missing out, but most of them seem to be just filled with enemies. Government locking us down even more. Can't leave home pretty much anything now. Oh, wow. Miss the freedom, yeah.
You are
yeah,
hunted.
unfortunate.
Be wary.
Sorry to hear that, LJ. Hopefully things will clear up soon, though, for you. So hopefully, you know, all things being equal, it won't be for long. Alright, let's kill this guy first. And then we'll free these souls. Alrighty, easy peasy. While in combat, there are 5 or more enemies within 10 yards. The skull releases a storm of bones. Oh yeah. I'm never sure when it says all nearby players and enemies. I know they mean like if you're doing this with a group, but I don't know if they also mean you. So whatever, we'll just take the maximum health. Just to play it safe. I never do these with the party, but they have increased. It used to, Torghast only used to go up to level like 8 or whatever. And now they've increased it to I think 12 or something like that. And my brother was telling me that level 12 of Torghast is a pain in the ass and really hard to do. So he does it with a group. So I'm hoping, I don't know if that's something that I'll be able to complete solo, at least until I have more gear or something like that. Until I have more gear and things are easier later down the line. Yeah, let's go with the forbearance. Lockdown until November? Oh no. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's quite the while. Holy shit. You also played Overwatch for the first time in ages last night? Nice, Sue. Did you do competitive or was it just quick play? Did you get the victories? Have you ever heard of the game Soma? Isn't that a horror game? Horror? Yeah, that definitely has the horror vibes. No. Sorry, I googled it real quick. I was pretty sure I was right. It is a horror game, isn't it? No. No. I have not. I don't play anything horror. It's just not for me at all. Don't watch horror movies, don't play horror games. I can barely stand the horror commercials for the horror movies. Anytime a commercial comes up and it's like starts out with creepy music or a creepy scene or something like that, I'm just like, instant mute, scroll down the page until the ad is over. I have a sixth sense sometimes. I'm just like, nope, this is too horror-y. Like 0.5 seconds in. Okay, all right. But yeah, anyway, the name rings a bell. Like, I have heard the name, but I definitely have not played it. It's so good, one of my favorite games ever. It's a horror, but it's also really sad, very psychological heavy. It makes you question everything. Oh, that sounds like definitely something that I would not want to play. I hate games that are just like, what's reality? What's this? Help injury. Oh, it's injuries flute. Okay, I didn't even know. Okay, yeah, okay.
I will get to somewhere safer. Thank you so much.
I was just like, something's
for your
to
aid.
click here. Okay, we'll take this. We'll take the soul remnants. I'm glad you enjoyed, though. My brother plays a lot of horror games, so I don't know if that's something that he's played. But he usually, he likes to play. He likes to save horror games to play until October, till the Halloweeny times, and then he'll usually play all the horror or horror-esque games then. To, you know, really get into the holiday spirit of Halloween. But I usually he'll tell me about the games that he plays, but if it's a horror game, I'm just like, nah, I'm probably okay without that. But sometimes he'll still tell me a little bit about it anyway. So I don't know about that one. Let's go this. Alrighty, this is one of the middle floors, so it's just a... There should be souls to free, though, as well. Is there no souls to free? There probably
All
is.
goods and services for sale.
Alright, we'll get this. Oh man, these are some good buffs, but which to get? How much of the Phantasm do I have? 300? Yeah, I can probably get this one to give me extra charges, and then this one, which will increase the damage of my Hammer Wrath, which is always good. Well, let's get this one. All right.
Used like a hard bargain. Good show.
Go, an extra boon. All right. To the exit. Yeah, normally there's souls to free. Okay, this is not per usual. Look at this, man, this is creepy. Why the skeletons? This is not, no, okay. Just the frickin' jars in there. Usually floors, the third floor like this only has the vendor guy and then souls to free, but this has an enemy. Let's get him. Away, these are prized souls of the banished one. Okay. This is where this specific floor lore is coming in. Because this is a special wing for the story. Oh shoot. Okay, good. He got stunned out of it. Because I picked up that boon that randomly stuns. His rage will consume us all. Whose rage? Portal of Souls. Alright, well, we'll just casually enter this Portal of Souls. Entering. YOLO, as they say. Oh, interesting. Okay, so these things have names. A forgotten victim. Can I see? Nope. Forgotten victim, forgotten victim, forgotten victim. Most of these just say forgotten victim. This is Archmagus Mentor. The Golden King. The Champion of Peace. Are these names I'm supposed to know? The Holy Lifebringer. What the the Holy Lifebringer. Who are these people? This is just titles. I can hardly remember every single soul that's died, so the betrayed father, Tyrannus. Oh, are these specifically Frostmourne Vades? The betrayed fathers. That's Tyrannus Menthil. Are these people that have been struck down by Frostmourne? The Guardian of Naxxramas. Okay. The Grand Magister. The Blood Queen. Oh, that was a raid boss in the Lich King's raid, the Blood Queen. I didn't play Warcraft, which is when the events where Arthas was going around murdering people took place, so... Or at least I didn't play Warcraft 3 or whatever. So, I don't know about, Archmage Mentor equals Antonidas. Okay. They are people. So who's the Holy Lifebringer? Champion of Peace. The Golden King. Well, like he killed Tyrannus, but I can only imagine that's the betrayed father. I don't know who the Golden King is. Interesting. I'll have to look more into this. I'm sure somebody's done a video or something like that where it's just like, oh yeah, these are what these characters are. Kael'thas is dead. Was he killed in the assault of Quel'Thalas? Okay. That would make sense. The first paladin, which is Uther. Remnant of Justice. Once trapped by Frostmourne, now freed. Can I not free all these fragments? Is that not something I can do? I mean, it seems like a grand shame. Can I exit this? No. I guess I'll just go. We got what we came for. Let's leave. Finish your run of Torghast? Okay. Very short. Normally it would go for at least a few more floors. Alright. We got what we came for. Let's bamf back out of here. Go back to Korthia. Never mind, not Korthia. We're heading back. We're looking at the quest. It says meet Thenios at the Temple of Wisdom in Bastion. Okay, so we're going all the way back to Bastion instead. I should have just Hearthstoned. Because my Hearthstone is at the Kyrian Covenant Order Hall. Away we go. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know what's gonna happen to Uther when we return his soul to him. We'll just be like, I'm healed. Is that all that's gonna happen to him? Maybe he'll turn back to being blue and not purple. But like the purple thing is like a Forsworn thing. They don't ever really explain why they change color. They're just like, up, I'm a Forsworn now. I'm filled with doubt. I'm purple. Because purple is the color of evil. And I'm just like, okay, sure. Why not, I guess. Alright, off to the Sanctum Temple, whatever, of Wisdom, which is all the way the frig out here. Floating. Yeah, right here. Right there, there it is. I'm pretty sure that's it. Kind of hard to miss.
It is wise to practice the art
Oh,
of
that's just a
flying
world
before
quest.
joining the ranks.
Nope, nope. All right, here we go.
Without a paragon of loyalty, we cannot forge a new sigil.
Okay, we're talking about
Many
the sigils now.
forsworn yet occupy the temple. How are we to proceed?
Through compromise and understanding, I may be of aid in that regard.
Oh, okay. So they're talking about, so there's, so they want, to create the, okay. So the Primus, who's the leader of Maldraxxus, has said that to combat and fight the jailer, we need to form new sigils, because the jailer has stolen all the sigils from each of the covenants. I don't know what the sigils do. I assume they just have power or whatever. So each of the covenants has to make new sigils, and to do that, the Primus says they must reaffirm their covenant's purpose and secure their covenant's future. I say in quotation marks. So for this one specifically, they want to find a new paragon of loyalty. It seems like. Because the previous paragon of loyalty turned out to be the leader of the Forsworn, who died way too quickly. She was basically like got introduced early on in the Kyrian Covenant campaign, and then was nearly immediately murdered in a dungeon. And we did not get to learn much about her at all, which is a shame because she was a pretty interesting villain. And I felt like, you know, like it would have been great if like eventually we could return her to the side of good instead of just killing her, because it would be a really good character arc. But alas, they're just like, no, she's just dead. Let's talk to these people. So here's Clea.
How may I serve you?
The winds of change have arrived. All right.
Being an ascendant,
Holy Ghost doesn't have anything.
It's all I
My
had ever
memories
hoped.
still haunt me, hero.
This pain deep in my soul. I'm ready for it to end. All right.
The Forsworn.
What's Polmark have to say? Cannot stand by any longer. The time to act is now. All right. Very generic lines.
I am ready to aid you.
Greetings, Mawwalker. Your arrival is fortuitous. I got the soul fragment. I believe this soul fragment may be the key to Uther's recovery.
Learn from the past,
Alrighty.
but do not linger in
What
it.
troubles you?
The arrival of Uther's wounded soul was the impetus for many events that led us to our current struggles. Right. So if you watch the, there was like cutscenes that they released on YouTube, leading into the Shadowlands, and like some of them appeared throughout the quest line in the initial Shadowlands content. And one of them involved Uther. And when Uther came here, the I can't believe I've forgotten her name, but the Paragon of Loyalty sort of like took Uther under her wing, and she learned how Uther died and how he had died to a Frostmourne blade, and how this was power from the Shadowlands, and how it had escaped the Shadowlands and was terrorizing the realm of mortals. And she felt like they had to do something to stop this power, especially because it was the power of the jailer anyway. And she thought this pretended to dire events, but then the Archon was just like, drop this line of questioning, fuck you. And so she was just like, how could her leader say that? And that's what turned her to the initial path of doubting the leadership and going down her dark path. Okay. The arrival of Uther's wounded soul was the impetus for many events that led to our current struggles. Devos' broken trust, her involvement with Helia, the rise of the Forsworn. There we go. Bastion needs to change, but we struggle to find a solution. Perhaps this soul fragment will provide valuable insight. This is a lot riding on Uther in this one fragment of his soul. Help Uther forge a connection to the remnant of justice. Okay.
If my soul can be mended, then so too can the rift with the Forsworn.
This is reaching. This is reaching. If my soul can be mended, then so too can we mend the bond with our brothers and sisters. Just like, okay. All right. Oh yeah, No Man's Sky. That would also be like a... I hear like once they... Like obviously the initial... A launch of it was terrible, but you know, I hear they've like patched and everything like that. It's a lot better now, so yeah, that's also cool. Cool space game. All right, here we go. Forge this connection.
Be
Oh,
warned,
cutscene.
Uther. We have never attempted anything of this nature before.
I will endure whatever I must to be whole again. I cannot.
The shard! It is too much! He is being overwhelmed!
We must help him. Friends, aid me.
I'm on it. Channeling. What are we even doing here? Channeling.
Uther, hold
Channeling
strong.
aid.
Allow your memories to flow through you.
Oh no, he's dead. Nope, he's okay. Nope, he's dead. Nope, this isn't looking too hot for him right now.
I sought answers.
Uther's breathing is labored and straining against the pain.
Only anger.
Okay, no, hold on, hold on.
Justice, vengeance.
Can we click this?
A line so thin.
Empowering? I can't, it's too high up in the air. Let's go talk, okay, let's go talk to Thenios first.
How can I guide you?
Though Uther's soul is suffering, we must not lose hope. Okay. It is as I feared. This fragment of Uther's soul was darkened by the morn blade that slew him. His memories are shattered and twisted. For Uther to move past his pain, to move past his grief, he must experience his past once again. Okay. But he does not have to do this alone. Using my soul anew in the Kyrian Covenant questline, Uther goes to therapy. Using my soul mirror, we can add Uther in walking through these memories. He can then come to terms with the emotions they contain. We must help him see past the distortions and understand the truths they hold. Okie dokie.
Duty
We will
is its
not let
own
you
kind
fall,
of
Uther.
Alright, Uther, time for a trip down memory lane! Updraft and okay, hold on, no wait, that's the world quest stuff. Uther's memory entered. Okay, here we go. Entering memory. I mean, that's basically what happened. Deal with your past.
In Strathholm. The day
Come to
I
terms with
became
it.
The first of the paladins.
Handle distortions.
Come, Uther. Take your spot so that we may begin.
Oh, geez. Archbishop Fowl. Who else is here? Terralion. His trainee. Don't know who this is. Get rid of all these people. Tyrion. There's Tyrion. All right. We got Crusader Strike. Summons an orb of radiant light, inflicting damage to enemies in front of the caster. Divine Storm inflicts holy damage to all enemies around the caster. And Divine Seed. Classic paladin moves. All right. Stand here, I guess. Kneel.
In the light we gather. In its grace, our brother will be born
Look
anew.
at how fancy his outfit is.
Uther,
Those
do
blue
you vow
cloth.
to uphold the tenets of the holy light?
I do.
What are these tenets?
Oh, I'd like to hear this
The
too.
three virtues. Respect, tenacity, and then
And then...
And then...
compassion. Seeing beyond our differences. Understanding our similarities. Feeling for those who suffer. Even if... Arthas.
Oh, is he finally learning
Wait.
that tossing Arthas' soul
is
into
that?
damnation is...
In the corner.
Oh, fuck no. It's Suspicious Crane! Oh no, not the Suspicious Crane. Okay, guys. Alright. You know Tyrion from Hearthstone? From Hearthstone, yeah. He goes through a lot. I'm pretty sure he dies at some point. It was during the Legion expansion? Yeah, at the beginning of the Legion expansion, he dies. Anyway, so I didn't know that as a holy paladin. This is all like, once again, this is all Warcraft stuff. The three virtues of the holy light: respect, tenacity, or of the order of the holy light. Uther, do you uphold the tenets of the holy light? Respect, tenacity, and compassion. Okay. This is interesting. This is specifically, they say the tenets of the Holy Light, but I don't know if this is specifically the religion or the power that is the Holy Light. Because, like, there's, like, the Naru, and then there's, like, who are, like, beings of the Holy Light. And then there's, like, I don't know, this specific, the human religion of following the Holy Light. And then Blizzard's, like, all their retcons and however they fucked with it, so. Alright, so the reason I got spooked by the suspicious grain is because this is probably going to lead us to another memory, because what happened was, basically the Scourge, the undead were invading, okay, so basically, there was a cult of the damned. They were poisoning everything to make people sick, to make them die, to turn them into undead. And that included poisoning the grain, which is what happened, what caused the fall of Strathalholm. So let's investigate this.
This entire city must be purged.
Yeah, there's that memory. This is where...
How can you even consider that?
His memories are twisting together. We must help him.
His memories are twisting together. So
no, Clea. He must face this
what
on
do you
his
mean?
own.
No, he must face it on his own. His memories are twisting. What do you mean he must face it on his own? Face what? Do I click it again? No, we go outside. Are we gonna go outside? It's gonna be, we're gonna go straight into Strathalholm. So Strathalholm was the start of Arthas's dark turn to the dark side, because basically he'd found out the entire city had been poisoned by the grain, and instead of like trying to find a solution for whatever, he's just like, no, everyone is going to be turned into undead. We have to kill them all. And you know, on the one hand, like that would probably have had to happen anyway as soon as they turn into undead, but on the other hand, he just was like killing random citizens in the street, and I don't even know, maybe not all of them ate the grain, like I don't know. Oh yeah, we're going straight into Strathalholm. Oh, this is interesting. Good cinematic.
As your future king, I order you to purge this city.
Except for we're not on the outside. This event where
you are not my king.
This happened outside of Strathalholm before they even walked in, but we're like in the middle of a burned city anyway.
Then I must consider this an act of treason.
Yeah, these memories are definitely twisted.
Have you lost your mind, Arthas?
So it just looks like they're looting and pillaging and killing everybody. Oh, okay, we gotta destroy plague grain, and we gotta kill a bunch of people. Oh no, yeah, they just killed everybody there. Oh yeah, they're murdered. Okay. Stop ye villains! I have no idea what we're doing here. With these abilities, I mean. Crusader Strike, Cone. These have this Divine Storm has a long cooldown, so I guess wait, hold on, what's this? Holy Strike, destroy creative plane grain. Okay. Okay, grain destroyed. Okay, let's go over here to the next grain. They're one and the same. The light empowers those who think they're doing what is right. Yeah. That's why the Scarlet Crusade, even though they're doing like evil stuff, they can still wield the light. Whereas, you know, when Arthas reached for the light when he was trying to, when he picked up Frostmourne or whatever, he couldn't, or something like that. Or when he was trying to read the light before Frostmourne. Anyway, it's complicated. The light's complicated. I don't know if that's still how the light works. The Naru thought they were doing right. I mean, that's true. I mean, like, and of the forces, like the Naru aren't evil. You know, the only time they've been shown as being evil is when they tried to forcibly purify Illidan And when technically the Naru sent us to kill Illidan, which is really dumb. Because later, you know, it's in the Legion story, it's just like, oh no, the Illidan was always the Naru's chosen one. But it was the Naru that sent us to kill Illidan in the first place. So it's just like either the Naru have different ideas or they're, or, you know, it's just Blizzard being Blizzard again. Sidon Death Rohan, their leader, by the way, possessed by Balnazar. Draenar's too. All right. What else do I have to do here? Oh, I gotta purify more grain. I thought I purified all the grain. Oh no, okay, these grain bags count. All right. Oh man, I still haven't done that yet because I haven't unlocked the allied races for the Horde because I hadn't finished leveling my my Horde tune in BFA. I'm still doing that here and there, but I haven't unlocked the Horde allied races yet. And I am not looking forward to doing the Mag'har Orcs allied race introductory quests because
these memories. They are not one and the
I
same.
hate that.
Do
what they did to
vow
Earl.
to walk in the light and spread its wisdom?
Your grief and regret haunt you still, as does Arthas.
Do you vow to vanquish evil and protect the weak and innocent?
Oh, interesting. Tyrion's here as well, so standing there. They're all like looking down at him.
Arise, Uther.
Maybe he
As a paladin
had
of
regrets because he said, do you vow to
First
vanquish
of
evil
the
and protect the
Order
weak
of
and
the
innocent,
Silver
and he
Hand.
just walked away from Arthas instead of trying harder to stop him.
It is wise to practice the art of flying
God
before
damn it.
joining the ranks
Not now,
of
World
these.
Quest. Alright, okay, now we talk to Polomark Adrestes.
You are seen.
His memories are twisted and convoluted. I am sorry, Uther, but we must continue. We haven't reached a breakthrough yet.
Eternal charge.
Uther's memories of Prince Arthas haunt him deeply. He is the reason Uther's soul was fragmented, why Devos fell the way she did. The pain in these memories is palpable. We have to dig deeper. Uther must face the source of this darkness. Once again, you need to enter his past to protect his future. I don't know why we need to be brought out of the visions for this, but sure.
Go and serve.
All
are
right,
here
second
for you,
memory
Uther.
time, Uther.
Do not
Chin up,
despair.
let's go. We're going back in.
Light. Arthas, what have I done?
Oh man, is he finally gonna realize that sending Arthas? Okay, so in the previous in that cutscene that was posted on YouTube or whatever, that was like before the Shadowlands launched or whatever, the one with Uther, what happens is Devos, who was the previous Paragon of Loyalty, who had her doubts about leadership and became the leader of this Forsworn, she was basically just like, all right, this is what's going to go down. As soon as this Arthas fellow that hurt you, as soon as he gets taken, as soon as he dies, we're going to go in there, we're going to grab his soul, and we're just going to yeet him straight into the maw instead of letting him pass before the Arbiter. And the Arbiter is still working during that time. So normally the soul would pass before the Arbiter. The Arbiter would judge that soul, and then depending on her judgment, the soul would go to whatever afterlife best suited it. So there's the potential that Arthas would have ended up in the maw anyway, but there's also the potential, I think, that he would have ended up in Revendreth, which is where the souls that were evil but might be redeemable go. And instead, Uther denied Arthas that chance and sent him straight to the maw instead. So hopefully Uther's going to realize that that was a mistake, and that's where this is all leading up to. But anyway, I hated what they did to Euro because at the end of the Warlords of Draenor expansion, at the last cutscene, once you slay Archimonde, she's just like, "We're going to create a better world together," or whatever, with the orcs, specifically the Draenei and the orcs, and that was so hopeful and was so awesome. And then we go back for the Allied race in the Mag'har, and it's been years later or whatever, and they're just like, no, Yrel then became an evil dictator of the light. And it's just like,
nervous, Arthas?
oh my god.
This is the day Arthas became a paladin.
I hate what they did.
Honestly, yes. I see your devotion to the light and feel doubt cloud my heart. You taught me so much, Uther, but I sometimes wonder if I'm truly meant to walk this path.
Great expectations await you, lad. I have faith that you will exceed them all.
I'm not sure
But
that's
for
what you would
now,
tell someone
let's fly.
that's having their
That should
doubts.
clear
I
your
mean, maybe.
mind.
It always does.
Like if somebody's just like, I'm not sure this is the path you mean to walk, maybe you just like reassure them that, you know, like even if this isn't the path you meant to walk, you know, you'll still do great things. Like maybe, you know, like just trust in yourself or something like that, not just like putting more pressure on him. I don't know. But anyway, I also was disappointed because, you know, like even like, God, friggin', what's the leader of the prophet? Velen. Right, there we go. You know, even Velen, you know, when I'm confronted with the head Naru and when Illidan like Kamehamehas her ass, you know, Velen's just like, nah, Illidan did the right thing. So he's like not even as dictator ladyship as Yrel is. And, you know, I feel like, you know, in that alternate timeline, Velen entrusted Yrel with the leadership of the Draenei, and I feel like it's such a disappointment to Velen, the way that the path that she goes down. Now, I haven't actually done the quest line, so I don't actually know like exactly what happens in terms of Yrel. I only know that she's running a light dictatorship, and I'm just like, oh my god, Blizzard, you had to destroy this character just so you can be like, the light is gray and not good. It's just like, ooh, look at this gray morality, and I'm just like, oh god. Thrall also trusted Garrosh, yeah, but Thrall's an idiot, so you know. That was also like a you know, he had so many other people to trust leadership to, but I guess he was just like, it has to be an orc. He was under that mentality or something like that. That's whatever. What I really hate though is how Blizzard. Speaking of that, you know, the war. What I really hate is what they did to Vol'jin, but I'm not going to get into that. I can spend days talking about how Blizzard did wrong by Vol'jin, but yeah. Illidan also showed Velen's judgment wasn't always best. Yeah, Velen did have his moments where he was just like, you know, maybe instead of following the prophecies of and the wisdom of the Naru and fleeing from his planet, maybe they could have fought back the demons if they fought for the planet. But you know, oh hey Runa, Kai hi. All right, let's kick Arthas's ass. What's this? Lash out, and this ability wasn't on the bar before. Reduce movement speed. Alright, let's go. Schwink.
No. I should have listened to him.
I should have listened to him. Why didn't I listen? Oh, fuck.
You sought to comfort a troubled student. None can fault you for such an act.
Yeah, none can fault you for such an act.
To all of the innocents he slaughtered. I set him on that path.
No, you didn't. You set him on the path of paladinship.
He is the one who strayed from it.
Yeah, exactly. You just wanted to be paladin. There's Tyrannus, Silverhand Paladin. Strathalholm Silison is haunted by all the ghosts of people that he killed. Anderhall Citizen. Jesus Christ, Uther. Way to take all this shit on yourself. He's just like, if only I could have been a better teacher to him. Or it's just like, I taught him how to fight, so therefore everybody he killed was on me. And it's just like, okay, dude. All the ghosts are coming in to be like, shame, shame. We judge ye.
It is wise to practice the art of flying before joining the ranks of the Ascended. Let us see how you fare.
Yeah, at least he did get some. Vol'jin did get some comeuppance in that he's like I think it's in the Ardenwell Covenant where this you know, like I think he becomes Aloa. And I know there was like in BFA there was also that stuff leading up to that or whatever, but yeah. So, you know, that's the least Blizzard could have done to rectify how you know how much like freaking God, Varian dies. And Varian dies in epic combat, and he like takes down like a pit fiend, and then he gets his moment versus Gul'dan, where he's just like, where Gul'dan's just like, you die from nothing, and he's just like, for the Alliance, and he gets that cool moment, and then he gets like a fucking statue and like a fucking you know, special cutscene with Anduin later on, where Anduin talks of the vision of his father or whatever. Like, they get all that. Meanwhile, Vol'jin dies to a fucking paper cut that got infected with fell energy, and then he gets tricked by the evil Death Loa into making Sylvanas the leader of the Horde. And then he gets a burial and then nothing after that. We don't even talk about the troll and the troll leader. We get nothing like the Anduin cutscene that they had to like show what the trolls had. He doesn't get like a cool statue or anything like that, and it's just like, okay. All right, Blizzard.
I serve not only Bastion,
he got like nicked by a blade, and he's just like, oh no, the fell poison or whatever, the fell corruption. It's just like, nobody else is having this problem, just you, just Vol'jin. And it's just like, okay, Blizzard, I see how it is. I feel like they were just like, oh no, we have to thrust Sylvanas into the spotlight. How do we do this? Let's make her war chief. Her storyline could have easily happened without her being war chief. But yeah, anyway, making Vol'jin Alola was the least they could have done to rectify what they did to him. Anyway, the sting of betrayal haunts Uther deeply, but he can persevere. He must. Yeah, he was betrayed by his student. Oh, he's standing now. Guys, he's standing. This is progress.
Was it all for naught?
Please, Moonlight, I am not finished. There is one more memory I must see. One more that must be faced. It will not be easy. I will need support from all of you. But it must be done.
Thank you for showing me mercy.
Does it still hurt?
It does.
Perhaps it always will. You know, sometimes, you know, you get over the trauma, but you're left with the scars. Pat, pat. All right. Is this where he dies? Is this his death? Is this his death memory? I bet you it is. It's taking a long time to load. It's taking a long time to load. Hello. Okay, there we go. Oh, this is
What is this place?
Okay, Pelagos. Oh, there we go.
This is the moment of your death, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He came for the urn.
The one
that held the ashes of the father he slew.
Yeah, because did he need them to resurrect Kel'Thuzad? I'm pretty sure that was the lore. Where do we? Okay, Scourge forces slain, Scare citizen rescued. Okay, Scourge. Okay. Guess we're just killing the Scourge.
Why this memory, Uther? Why linger here?
Why not linger here? This is where this is.
In that moment, I failed him. I did not uphold the virtues. Compassion, least of all. My heart had never been so cold. I faced him. Not as a mentor.
To be fair, Arthas was kind of too far gone at that point.
As a bitter foe.
Perhaps. But confronting this memory has taught you the value of compassion more than any scripture ever could. Take that lesson to heart, Uther. The past may be immutable, but the future has yet to be written.
Wow, Polemark addressed, he's so wise.
Arthas, if only I had tried to save you.
You couldn't have saved him. He was way too far gone, but you know, good on you for thinking you could have tried. I mean, he was already, at this point, he was already corrupted by the Mornblade and like the Lich King powers and shit like that, and he was already like gonna kill everything. So I doubt Uther being like, "Wait, Arthas, I was your mentor. Aren't we pals?" would have changed anything. Oh, I think the point was he was trying to kill him instead of trying to save him. Well, you know what? I guess that's fair. I guess it's a lot of the intention, you know, that he didn't even try. You know, I guess there's that. You know, I guess there's something to be said about, you know, trying. You know, it might have been futile, but you know, you could at least make an attempt. I guess that's fair. You know, but like my point being though is that like Uther's putting this all on his shoulders. Like if only he had tried to redeem him, it would have saved everything. And like, I doubt. But you know, yeah, he could have tried. How far Prince Arthas has fallen? Christ. Don't worry, citizen. Thank the light you're here. Alright, we need to find one more scared citizen to save. Oh, there he is. On his horse. The famous horse. He drops this horse called Invincible. That's the name of the horse. Very coveted mount. Alright. There's one. Okay, there we go. There's another citizen free. Oh shoot, we aggroed the fucking mages over there. Frig. Excuse you, fellows. How dare you shoot me from afar? Okay. Free the scared citizen.
Face me, Uther, and I'll make sure you die quickly.
Alright, here we go. 1v1 me, bitch. Yar. Wow, he stays mounted for this? Unfair advantage.
I dearly hope there's a special place in hell waiting for you, Arthas. No! I spoke in anger.
Aw, man. You always regret
We may never know, Uther.
when you speak in anger.
I intend to live forever.
How's that going for you? And then he dies.
It is wise to practice the art of flying before joining the ranks of the Ascended.
Dude, was he always wearing this armor? Did you just get your armor back while experiencing that memory? Alright, fair enough. Memory
I
armor.
am the Archon's will.
I mean, it is like, I guess, you know, spirit place or whatever. You can manifest it, I'm sure, it's whatever. Adrestes breaks from his thoughts, a renewed resolve in his eyes. I believe this experience was the missing piece for Uther, and for me as well. Why for you, in particular? You're talking about, like, why Uther's like this?
Uther,
We all serve
if these
a greater
memories pain
good.
you so, you can be rid of them in time.
No. They serve as a reminder
There we
of
go.
lessons learned. Given the choice, I would never let them go.
If given the choice.
Oh, ho, ho.
Adrestes, we must speak.
Oh shit, it's Nikolon. He's still alive? No, didn't we save him? From the in the bone and whatever from our whatever the name of the place is in the mod, this place, Desmateran? Cynthia. Wasn't Cynthia his soul bind? His soul bonded or whatever? Am I remembering things correctly? Alright. If given the choice, it's all coming together. We're learning. We're gonna be learning about, you know, choice and about like the memories and stuff like that. We're gonna new path. This is a right shame that Kyrestia is not here. Where the fuck is Kyrestia? Because like a lot of it was her poor leadership that led to all this shit. Like I don't feel like a new path for the Kyrian can be forged without her, right? The path forward for the Kyrian is clear to me now. First, we will speak with Nikolon. I urge you to stay. Also, he just like appeared here as like as an envoy, specifically here. Maybe he was looking for Adrestes and he got sent here instead, or they knew Adrestes was here. I urge you to stay and listen. Afterward, we must return to Elysian Hold. There, I will request an audience with the Archon, and I need you all by my side as I do so. Because I'm about to propose some shit.
Proceed
The
with
Forsworn never
courage.
sought war, but our own brethren cast us out and refused to listen.
I see that now, and I truly apologize. Uther has taught me much this day. Bastion must follow a new path.
We're
Nikolon,
learning.
Please accompany us. We must find a way to reunify our people.
The question still remains, though. Why did they become purple when they joined the Forsworn? What mystical magic is just like, let's just make them purple and make their wings black for doubting the Archon or something like that? Is it that they've severed their connection to the Archon a little bit and therefore like some purpley magic works in? Was it specifically because they were aligning themselves close to the jailer and it was the jailery magic working through the Forsworn's leadership? Who knows? Maybe a question that will never be answered. All right. Can speak to Kenny? Okay. Is this person just gonna send us back to the place?
Our duty is true.
Oh, sweet. Yes, she is.
Our purpose.
I guess for people
pure.
that don't have the that aren't part of the Kyrian Covenant Hall, then yeah, this is where they have to go. All right.
Fly free of your burdens.
Oh yeah, she did the freaking Kyrian. Of all the ways to carry people, this is the way. Just like pick you up by your scruff and just like hold you. I think we've seen like we've ridden on the back of some Kyrian before. Like I guess like it might like get in the way of their wings. So, but this also require like one-handed too. Kyrian just got insane levels of upper body strength. I mean, the Archon should be receptive to, like, you know, because when, at the end of the dungeon, you know, when she slays Devos, she's just like, you know, maybe I was wrong, you know? Maybe it's time for the Kyrian to go down a new path. You know? Because that was Devis's whole thing, was she thinks the path is flawed. She thinks that the Kyrian should keep their memories. Alright, here we are. Anything to say, fellows?
There is much for me to consider.
I stand now on the path to healing. My past made me worthy of this afterlife. I will learn as much as I can from the lessons it teaches. Meanwhile, this guy
has not yet been written.
The anger, the animosity. We must put them aside. The Forsworn deserve to be listened to be respected, as do the Kyrian. Now there we go, here we go. Talking it out. This is what should have happened from the beginning. Talking to one another. This is what, you know, like all the other covenants was like, you know, like Ardenwell was being beset by an enemy force, and like that was their whole thing. Their realm was falling apart because of lack of anima. You know, Meldraxxus, you know, their houses were at war with each other, and some of them were clearly siding with the jailer. You know, Revendrath, you know, their leader, Sire Denathrius, had sided with the jailer, and that was causing a whole bunch of problems, and he basically had, like, his citizens were rebelling. But Bastion's whole problem was just like, oh yeah, we just have this force of people that make a really compelling argument, but we're just not gonna listen to them and not talk to them or anything like that. So finally this is happening.
By the Archon's grace.
You know,
the future of
nope,
Bastion
same thing.
is in our
Never mind,
hands.
she says the same thing. Alright. I admit a feeling of hesitation I have not felt in ages, little light. I must push it aside to do what is best for the future of the Kyrian and the Shadowlands. Are you with me? I'm with you.
Fine.
All 5 paragons are needed for our Covenant sigil to be reforged.
Aye. That's not what we're here to speak of, though, right?
We shall name a new paragon of loyalty.
My Archon, loyalty bereft of compassion fractured the very heart of the Kyrian.
Did it?
Perhaps
was that what that was?
Is not loyalty, but devotion to our cause, to each other.
The semantics.
And to the souls we usher into the Shadowlands.
When Devos turned against us, I met her with spear in hand. There was truth in her words, but I did not listen. Let us learn from Uther's
we should not
example.
have slain Devos.
All
Though she did side with the
Kyrian
jailer,
shall
so
be
she's still a
offered
bitch.
a choice: to keep their memories,
oh hallelujah,
or to let them go. Adrastes, I anoint you paragon of devotion. And Clay,
all right,
you shall serve as his hand.
Me?
Okay.
Forgive me, my Archon, but
Your devotion
Too late,
to
Claire.
our sacred
You've been uplifted to the
has
position.
never faltered. None
It's
are
true.
more deserving of this honor than you.
Thank you, my Archon. We go in service.
Semantics, loyalty, devotion. Semantics. Let me hold on. I'm googling the definitions, because that is no, this is a strong loyalty, a strong feeling of support or allegiance. Devotion, love, loyalty, or enthusiasm for a person, activity, or cause. Okay, so strictly definition-wise, I guess there is some semantic difference. A strong feeling of support or allegiance would be, I guess, different than devotion, but it still comes down to the same thing. But I guess devotion is to specifically say love, loyalty, or enthusiasm. So maybe like a combination of those things, like adds the compassion into the flavor flay to the mix. So I guess I can see it. It's so happy ending, yeah. At least there's that. Anyway. I guess that, yeah, it is a happy ending. And then Clea, so Adrestes is now the new paragon of devotion, which I did not see coming because Adrestes, besides being like, we talked to him to go talk to the Archon, he hasn't really been a big part of the story, I don't think. Like, he's been there, but I never, like, they never really built him up to this moment. If anything, I was thinking, you know, I guess not Uther, because Uther didn't really have, like, devotion or whatever, but anything I would think, like some other character would have been brought to this. Like, Clea's too new, I think, to be brought on, like, she just got ascended, like, during the campaign, so I don't think, I think elevating her to the hand of devotion was a lot better than straight to Paragon ship. Like, it was only basically in this quest line where Adresses was just like, oh yes, I've had a revelation. You know, I guess he's the one that brought forth the idea in the first place, so I guess. I mean, he learned from Uther's memories, but I mean, this felt like Uther's thing, you know? Good luck, have fun, Luna. I'm gonna alter lurk now. Okay, thanks, Runic. Thanks for being here. Alright.
I am the Archon's will.
Thanks for leaving lurk. Blind loyalty. I mean, I guess this makes sense. You know, blind loyalty is, you know that's also what the Archon demanded of Devos, because Devos was, you know, thought that they needed to confront this power, and the Archon was basically just like confront the blade and like find out why this was happening. And the Archon was basically she was hard shut down. She was just like, no, don't even think about this anymore. This isn't the path. That's what I say. And basically just like, just follow me. I'm not going to explain more. And, you know, that's what led to Devos doubting her leadership in the first place. So, you know, this should also be a lesson for Kyrestia. I feel like we didn't get, like, I guess Kyrestia did have a moment there where she's just like, I met Devos spear in hand when I should have just talked to her. So I guess she had that moment at least. So we'll give her that. I still don't know what Kyrestia does. I guess she's just like the leader of this place, but she doesn't really do anything. Like, we don't know what I don't know. I'd like to know more about Kyrestia. But anyway, it's like the Winter Queen, you know, is like supporting her realm. Like, her followers can go to her if they need something. Like, I don't know. I feel like Kyrestia has a lot like in the leadership department that she's lacking. Mostly it was talking to her followers at all, but you know, hopefully we're remedying this a bit. I mean, did Nicolon get to talk there at all? Like, Nicolon was just sort of there. Yeah, Nicolon was just sort of there. He didn't really get to talk. He didn't get to, like, put forth his thing. Kyrestia was just like, nah, yeah, from now on, we'll give them a choice about losing their memories or not. So does that mean, like, the Forsworn are back in the fold now? Are they going to become blue again? Are they always going to be purple? Is, like, Kyrian who decide not to lose their memories? Are they going to turn purple? Is it going to be, like, you know, like that now? Once again, I don't know. What turns these people purple? Besides Blizzard just being like, oh yes, it's their evil marker of evilness. Adrestes bows his head deeply. It is an honor, but we have only just begun. Our first order of business is to rededicate the Temple of Loyalty. Pelagos has volunteered to stay here and help prepare for the ceremony. I requested that Nicolon bring his companions to meet us at Steward's Rest, to aid us in convincing some of the Forsworn of our new path. Meet us there when you are able. Okay, so we're gonna confront the rest of the Forsworn. Is Nicolon, like,
not only must
new
we
leader of
reclaim
Forsworn? Because the Forsworn don't really have a leader anymore.
The remaining Forsworn to join our cause.
Hi.
You shall have our support. I will gather my allies and meet you at Steward's Rest.
And Uther's gonna go with them. Hopefully they'll be able to convince most of them, because I think most of them were just, you know, they wanted to keep their memories, so being able to keep their memories now, I think they'll be a lot better about it. Some of them were just frustrated with the trials to becoming ascended. I think a lot of it had to do with the memory shit, so... Alright, to Steward's Rest we go. Which is, yeah, all the way out here by the Citadel of Loyalty. Because Purple Pog, yeah. Yeah, they flew off pretty slowly there. Very gracefully slow flight outwards. Yeah, I just wish they had. Wish they had built Polemarch Adrestes up a little bit better for this moment. Like, yeah, he's always been devoted to the cause and to the Archon or whatever, but he never really like served as like a big, as a character. You know, he like didn't really have like a character arc that would have like culminated in him having this moment with Uther where he was just like, oh yeah, I understand now. Like it didn't like. I felt like that moment could have been more powerful if, you know, there was a character arc for Polemarch Adrestes, but there really wasn't. You know, at this point, honestly, it feels like a little bit like Uther got robbed, but because, you know, it was his revelation, and Polemarch Adrestes was just like, yeah, Uther, it's my revelation now. And it was like, okay, I guess. Alrighty, here we are. Heyo, fellows.
And Kyrian, standing side by side.
I mean, yep.
This is only the beginning, Claire. A bright future awaits us all.
Yep, we're gonna be a blue-purple flock from now on.
Change is coming, and we
she has new dialogue.
must change with it.
The future of the Kyrian is in each one of our individual hands. With a new temple of devotion, we will work to form a new path, one where everybody has a voice in their own journeys.
Keep a calm mind.
I will devote all that I am to the aid of the Forsworn and the Kyrian to find true unity once more. All right.
Was it all for naught?
Nope, that was still the he still has his old line. Also, like, Polemarch, like all the other paragons are like taller, so I don't know, like when does Polemarch Adrestes get his growth spurt? Like when does he grow to the size of the other paragons? Is it just like a time thing, you know, like as he accumulates power or as he gains followers or some shit to his temple? Let us begin. The 5 temples of Bastion have stood strong since its very creation. The idea of rededicating one has never been broached before. Okay, yeah, rededicating, yeah. There have been paragons in the past, like specifically there was the former paragon of Courage that had died in protecting Bastion from a void attack. The attack from the void, but yeah, I guess never rededicating it to a new virtue. Rededicating one has never been broached before and will no doubt require a significant amount of anima. Underneath this temple are stores of anima we rationed for the drought. Now that anima is returning, we can use these reserves for our purpose. You had reserved anima here? I mean, I guess it was for the drought and they were maybe using it like very slowly to keep their realm alive. It's just like, okay, but if you did not send it immediately to Ardenweald where they were undergoing a severe crisis, where like literal wild spirits were dying because they didn't have enough anima for that. Well, meanwhile they were just here like just in storage, like, you know. I guess, you know, all the realms were in peril and stuff like that, but Ardenweald specifically had it rough. Also, anima's not really returning. We're just gathering more anima to try, you know, the souls are still going off to the maw, so until we get the arbiter fixed, the anima isn't really returning. We're just getting better at getting it in from different ways. Okay, you will need to use channelers and collectors throughout the grounds to redirect anima to the top. That should give me the power I need. Alright.
Proceed with courage.
Then Nikolon. The Forsworn are lost in the light. They're like ghosts haunting the temple of loyalty. Nowhere else to go. Leaderless, purposeless, abandoned. We must show them that there's a path forward. Let me accompany you into the temple. Allow me to talk with them. Speak to their sensibilities. Perhaps we can convince them to give Adresti's new path a chance. Alright. Hopefully we don't have to fight them. And then another quest from Clea. Mechanicos has explained about the Forsworn Centurions to me, Lulite. I cannot say that I understand all of it, but it seems that he has yet found a reliable way to return them to their proper operating standards. Their anima can still be useful, though. Adrestes has focused on how to rededicate the temple, but not on his own safety. I worry the process will drain much of his anima. If you can reclaim cores from the Forsworn Centurions, we can use them as anima stores for Adrestes. Okay.
Archon's wisdom. Join us at the Vesper when you are ready. Good luck, friends.
Oakley dokley. Alright, so I'm being left with the Forsworn crew. Alright, Uther, Nicolon, let's roll out. I guess
your conduct is unacceptable.
I apologize for leading you off the path. Had I not, you might never have joined the Forsworn.
Is that what happened?
Had already faltered. You only helped me accept the truth.
From what I understood of like Nicolon's fall, he's the guy that like
I will not allow that to happen again.
Okay, so we went on a quest to basically help Clea pass her final trials for Ascension, and one of those trials was to escort a soul to Ouroboros, and Clea and I did that, but then the soul basically just got sent to the Soul River and then basically was damned to them all forever. We didn't actually get to see that part, but then, you know, Clea had a moment where it was just like, are we truly doing what's right? And by the way, Kyrestia, the Archon, still has not addressed that. Like, why do we keep ferrying souls into to Ouroboros if they're all just gonna end up in the maw anyway? There has to be, like, sending them anywhere else would be better, but they're just like, this is our way. And it's just like, okay, but like if you stop, the jailer would stop having souls into him, and he would have less power and less armies, and the souls wouldn't be tortured. Like, there has to be any other way, like set up refugee camps for souls or some shit, you know. These souls will all be going off to covenants anyway, so just put them in like a quarantine area and just be like, all right, wait it out, guys. You know, if a soul seems super fishy, like when the Kyrian judges it, brings it back, just be like, all right, you get to hang out in the special quarantine zone where some Revenant Breath people will look out for you because you guys are sus. And that's it. You know, they don't have to get sent to the maw immediately. They don't have to become like Revenant Breath people, like don't have to be tortured by Revenant people yet. They just like hang out here while we wait to be determined, you know, in line like forever, you know? It's just like, okay. Okay, it says we're supposed to like convince them Forsworn, but like they're all just attackable. There's no like talk to them option. Do we just like attack them and that's our way of convincing? It's just like, well, I combat you, let me talk to you about this. Anyway, but apparently during that trial, there was others who were with us also performing the Ascension trials, and apparently that's when Nicolon was just like, I have my doubts, and he went to go join the Forsworn. But we didn't actually get to see that happen. It was only later on, if you talk to a specific NPC, they were just like, oh yeah, he became a Forsworn, and it's just like, what? Why didn't we get to see that? Did we just fight these guys? Like... Hey, let me convince you. Adrestes has introduced a new path for us, Kyrian, one of compassion. Return with us. Let us heal our wounds together. Oh, we are convincing them as we fight. It's like, yeah. Oh, this is our new path of compassion. Let's beat the shit out of you. I am willing to give the Archon the polar mark a chance to change. Alright. Easy peasy. Just twist their arm a little bit. Just beat them over the head with a hammer, just being like, we're doing a new path, join us or die. Ah yes, a very good start to the new covenant involving compassion. Or sorry, the new temple. The Archon understands that Bastion must change. Join me in returning to the path. If you swear that things will change, Nicolon, I will trust you. There's no longer pace fear in Bastion. Okay, that's that guy couldn't be convinced. I said this quest would be a lot better if you could talk to these guys instead of them just being like, yeah, you just start fighting with them. Like if it started with talking with them, and then if they couldn't be convinced, then they would attack you. The future is bright for the Kyrian. Join us. A new path can be all proud. Wait, hold on. I'd rather throw my lot in with the Mossworn than trust the Archon again. Oh, wow. I mean, fair enough. Like, but Kyresia is way better than the Jailer, so, you know, maybe have some standards. I do not want to be the problem anymore. I want to be part of the solution. All right. Awesome. You know what, I'm just sort of like killing people here, but I'm pretty sure we have to go throughout this place to like find some anima, so I might as well be doing that, and then I can kill people on the way there. So I have no idea where these things are. Okay, you're down there, South Anima Chandler. I'm pretty sure it's down the stairway that way. Alrighty, let's go. Let's go for the Anima Channeler stuff first. Because, yeah, there's a lot of people that we can kill on the way that are going to attack us as we go. Oh, I'm going to get stunned by this. Yep. I didn't want to accidentally aggro someone, so I didn't want to go to the right and get out of it. Okay, yeah, here we go, because there's the Anima Channeler, and there's like a shit ton of people around that, so... Hiya. Alright guys, time to convince you, in quotation marks. A new path of the Kyrian is beginning. Let your voice be heard. Your past made you worthy of becoming a Kyrian. From now on, we shall choose what memories we shall... which memories we shall remember and which we want to forget. If you swear that things will change, Nicolon, I will trust you. I do not want to be... Okay, this other line. And then this guy's just like, nah. Activating. Alright. Shoot. Shoot. Goddamn these fucking beacons. Alright, okay, it's up there. Okay, alright, fair enough. North Channeler. Alright, up the stairway. I thought it was down here again, but nah. I could probably mount up. I could probably fly there. Oh yeah, I definitely want to avoid all these people. Alright, alright, alright. And this is the North Channel. Okay, so yeah, so that's both the channel. We only need the two... No, wait. Okay, now we need to deactivate the collectors. Okay, the collectors are over there, so let's kill some... Let's convince the Forsworn, the remainder Forsworn. Most of these guys are fucking winged guys.
Your Archon cannot save you!
Okay, I was wondering why some of these stealth bars went gray. Because there's a horde guy here. That's attacking things with us, so... He got two of them. Because we can't share the kill if they're horde. That's what the orange text is. If I was on war mode, then he would be red and I would be able to attack him, but neither of us have PvP enabled, so... I could feel the tendrils of the Mossworn's influence invading the Forsworn. I shall return. Okay, so we managed to convince that person. Your words are hollow. I cannot be swayed. The Archon has agreed that blind loyalty is not the answer. Our future involves compassion and choice. Okay, okay, okay. The future is bright for all the Kyrian. Join us in forging a new path and we can all be proud of. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Are we convincing you yet? Forget it. You have been blinded by them once more. Oh, geez. Okay. Could not be convinced. Now that we've slain your companion, are you more or less likely to join our side? This is basically like join or die scenario. Like, once again, this is like a really great... Like, if this had started with us talking to them and then they attacked us, we can just be like, oh yeah, it was self-defense. But this definitely feels like a real, like, join or die scenario. Like, Blizzard, your dialogue is saying one thing, but your game mechanics are saying another. For the path to improve, the Forsworn must take their seat at the table. Which is why I think it would have been awesome if Uther was elevated to Paragon ship, because then a Forsworn would... You know, the Forsworn would have a Paragon to look to, you know? Or at least if somebody, maybe there's two hands usually, right? Maybe Uther will become the second hand of devotion. Or was there only ever one hand? There might have only been like the second in command. There might have only been one. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I'm thinking of the Baron and Baronesses in the other Covenant. Maldraxxus. Because in that one there's 2 seconds in commands for each of the Margraves. For the path to improve, the Forsworn must take their seat at the table. Okay, yeah, they say that again. I am willing to give the Archon and the Polemarch a chance to change. Okay, excellent. All right, we need to convince one more. Yeah, I'm hoping to only pull one of these, but I highly doubt I'll be able to pull just one from that grouping. So let's go. Yeah, let's get this one. No longer can we be cast aside. Join us in forging a new path. Yeah, join us, bitch. You won't. Join us or die. I do not. Okay, good. Excellent. We convinced them. Okay. It will take time and communication to repair the trust that has been lost, Moonlight. But there is hope again. Yeah. It's going to take a lot of communication. All right, now let's go over here. North Collector activated. There we go. And South Collector activated. Alright. Okay, now we're ringing some Vespers, I guess. Guess we have to go all the way up to the top. I think I can just fly there. Normally there would be like a teleporter thing. There was a teleporter last time, but yeah, we'll just fly. Whoosh. Okay, and then yeah, Claire's here.
Allow me to show you the way.
I've been working with Mechanicos on the methods to reuse anima from Forsworn Centurions. I can handle this. Thank you, Moonlight. If Adrestes falters, I now have the anima to pick him back up.
Deep breaths.
Alright, at least this will be explained when Clea starts channeling anima instead of us. It's just like, we have to help him channel randomly at him. Okay, ring the gate, Vesper. One Vesper One Vesper rung. Two Vespers rung. All right. There we go. All right. Polemark, do your thing, I guess.
You wish to be of service.
Rebrand this temple. It is heartening to see so much anima flowing again. That we just had sort of sitting around here. Alright. Loyalty can no longer be a demanding tenant of the path, but rather a virtue that is earned, a choice. Right, so loyalty is earned, but devotion is still demanded of the path to, like, get your wings? I'm confused here. I'm confused. So loyalty, you, like, the Paragon, like, or sorry, the Archon earns loyalty, but it isn't required to be loyal? Like, what are you saying here? Not demanded tenant of the path. So it's not, blind loyalty won't be demanded tenant, but devotion will. So being compassionate will, and, like, devoted to the purpose of the Covenant? We must show, okay, so loyalty, okay, loyalty will be the choice, okay. So, you know, as long as they're doing their job, they don't necessarily have to like the Archon, is that what we're saying? You know, or maybe they just don't have to show blind loyalty to the Archon. We must show devotion to those who struggle, whether they are recently arrived souls or peers who need our aid. It will take all the anima at hand to rededicate this temple, and in doing so, to ring in a new age for the Kyrian. I fear the Mossworn may attempt to thwart our plans. They know of this? They're just gonna... Like, the Kyrian here that have become Mossworn, or is Mossworn just gonna show up? Or, like... Protect me during this ritual, Moonlight. We must see this thing through. Alright, I'll protect you. Easy peasy.
Stay true to our eternal charge.
Yep. You do your thing. I will be here ready to defend you.
The rest of you, stand strong.
Oh, no, it's actual. It's Mossworn.
I come to you with a message.
Sorry, me and Clay and Cynthia got this. Is he, like, broadcasting this? My fellow Kyrian, I come to you with a message of compassion.
Your plight has been heard, your suffering recognized. We ask not for your loyalty, but we offer a choice.
Your plight has been heard, your suffering recognized. We ask not for your loyalty, but we offer a choice. Choice to be loyal, or like, or is he gonna specifically say a choice for the memory thing? Like... Once again, I don't feel like the main reason the Forsworn...
None shall be forced to sacrifice their memories. Your decision will be respected by all Kyrian.
Okay, this random guy showed up. Like, once again, where did these guys come from? They just can't hang out in Bastion, man. Like, was a specific portal opened? Like, I don't understand. Like, how did they get here? Is all. Yeah, that's gonna explode. Shit. Alright, I think this is the last dude, so I'm just gonna pop my cooldowns here. If a bigger dude shows up later, you know, this guy was just named, so I figure he's the last one, so let's pop my cooldowns here to kill him faster.
Let us stand united once more, not out of loyalty,
okay, yeah, we're good.
Devotion. A new path for Bastion begins.
Once again, this still feels very, like, minor semantics. Not out of loyalty, like if he said specifically blind loyalty. But devotion, okay.
What troubles you?
I guess we're just, like, taking Karestia out of this equation. It's just like, we're not gonna do it fight for Karestia, we're gonna do it for the cause. Devotion. It is born of compassion, of service. A worthy tenant indeed. Okay. This temple represents a new dawn for Bastion. Oh, it specifically says Temple of Devotion now in on the mini-map thing. That's great, right? It's not on the new map. Like, we're not it's still labeled Seal of Loyalty, but up here it says Temple of Devotion, so we'll take that.
Do you need a task?
This temple represents a new dawn for Bastion, Moonlight. The Temple of Devotion shall stand as a place of fellowship. We will work with the Forsworn, as well as aspirants and Kyrian of all experience and backgrounds, to forge a future of which we all can be proud. Let us return to Elysian Hold. I request that you join us for a monumentous occasion. The ascension of a new paragon and the creation of a new sigil. Oh, so okay, he's gonna ascend as a paragon now. So he's gonna get his growth spurt. Probably. I mean, like, Kyresti had named him the paragon before, so I assume that's when that No, wait!
Your path. By the Archon's grace.
I saw him lift up and I was just like, is that just an animation? Like, meet Calisthenia at the hold? No, I think somebody else is doing the quest. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Find your purity.
Okay, talk to the Kyrian courier again to send us back.
Our purpose.
You know, this is also interesting. You know, I was reminded of that when he said find his purity, because the Temple of Purity is the temple that's all about purging memories and stuff like that. So I figured of all the temples to be rebranded, it would be the Temple of Purity, would it not? Like, what is Purity going to do now that not everybody has to lose their memories? Are they just going to be like, oh yeah, some of our memories? Or like, is there going to be like, oh yeah, it's also like purity of like soul or like something like that? Like, you know, because we have the temple of, here we have the Temple of Courage, and here we have the Temple of Humility. Then there's the Temple of Wisdom, which are all fine and dandy. You know, I don't know why specifically the Temple of Loyalty is the one that needed rebranding here. But oh well.
It is wise to practice the art of flying before joining the ranks of the Ascent.
Okay, every single time this specific world quest we pass by, there's like, hey, would you like to do this world quest? And I'm like, no. Please stop telling me every time I get into this area, hey, this world quest is going on. You know what I like about these anima streams, is I didn't notice it until now, not being able to, I never looked at it when I was coming in from this angle, but they look like the like cloth that's all throughout the like this, like the cloth here. It looks kind of like that, and I like that. I like that. It's a good design thing. All right, so let's talk to Oh, okay. Pullamark Calisthenia. Did they get elevated to Pullamark?
I would have you speak.
Were they always a Pullamark? Is there only one Pullamark? I'm not sure if Calisthenia. Did Calisthenia always have this title? Allow me to escort you to the Spires of Ascension, Little Light, as the new Pullamark of Bastion. Okay, no. Nope, there's right, the new title. It would be my honor. Alright, Calisthenia deserves this. Calisthenia previously had just like looked over the new aspirants. So she was like one of the first Ascended Kyrian we met in our initial questing in Bastion.
Yes, mortal.
Luna Light, you have aided the Kyrian in the most trying of times. Your devotion to our cause has helped us usher in a new beginning for us all. We'd be honored if you would join us for gathering prior to this, for a gathering prior to the ceremony. Many members of our covenant wish to express their appreciation for all you have done. This is a day of great joy. I'm so pleased that you are here to witness it. Is this like specifically like because this is my covenant thing? Like otherwise I would just go straight to the ceremony if I was just somebody else? That wasn't part of the covenant? Oh yeah, this definitely feels like this is this thing. I wonder if like the other covenants probably get this moment when they were doing their quest line, like something that's specifically just like yeah, this is for your covenant thing. All right, yeah, let's go for the reception. Sure, why not?
Eyes upon
Seat of the Archon, font of fealty. Oh, look at this, fancy. Oh, yeah, this is the area with the boss, right? The boss was here. This is part of the dungeon. Oh, look at this. I'm so proud of our blue and purple flock. This is meant to be a joyous occasion, but I think of Lasonia still every day. They were soul-bounded. It feels as though a piece of me has been taken away forever. I understand your feelings in my own way, Iridia. But healing will come, and eventually your heart will mend. It will just take time for boboth of us. How's it going, kids? Oh, great. This is just Lord text boxes. Alright. When I arrived in Bastion, all I could think of was what I had been done to me. I let bitterness, pain, and vengeance consume me. And I did the unforgivable. Which was send Arthas to his damnation, right? I see now how wrong I was, and I wish my actions could be undone. We could still try to find his soul and save him the Maw. He's probably in Torghast, though, so it's, you know, we might not be able to find him, so, you know. Alas, I must live with the consequences of my actions. Worse than that, Arthas must live with them as well. Yeah. I was gonna say he would have gone to the Maw anyway, but no, at that point in time, not all the souls were going to the Maw. This was a recent development. I do not know if I can ever forgive myself for that. But the Kyrian are forgiving, and the Forsworn are willing to put their differences aside. Those that we didn't beat to shit at least and kill. The rift between them is on the mend, and this newfound unity will bring a new era. You started me down the path of healing as well, and I must follow it to its end, however painful it might be. You helped me find the light again, and for that I'm forever grateful. Specifically as a paladin, I like this moment. Specifically as a paladin, I like this moment. We helped them find the light again. All right, Iridia?
Lay your burdens at my feet. You have my ear.
My position as Hand of Purity is one of service. I guided aspirants through cleansing their past lives, letting go of memories that clung to them. That is in the past now. Well, they still say they can still, if it's their choice if they want to purge their memories or not, so... You know, if they want to start a new life, you know. I will posit that I understand the Forsworn more than ever. Lysonia's betrayal and descent into madness haunts me every day. My soul bind. I still see her when I turn, hear her voice calling my name. In the past, I might have cleansed this memory, erased the burden from my mind. But Lysonia's presence is steeped in my most cherished memories. How could I forget her without losing a part of myself? This is why the Forsworn rallied against losing the memories. I could never choose to forget her. Though her memory pains me now, I must confront these feelings head on. I will work, as we all will, toward newfound strength. That's right, Iridia. That's right.
All burdens.
That's good. Calla! Calla down, stop land. You must teach her these words for her to listen, Zosime. Until then, she must believe you. Until then, she just believes you are barking, not asking her to do something.
It is an honor.
I love Michaela so dearly, and this was a quest in the middle of Bastion. She has provided me with joy, with her playful charm and comfort when working through a difficult memory. However, it is impossible to get her to listen to me. Nemea is going to help us build our relationship and become even closer. So this is the Valerian Master.
You stand before the Ascended.
Luna Light, my friend. Perhaps you and Andira can join us for some training. Oh yeah, Andira is my buddy. My buddy.
Courage.
Hold on, I have to talk to Andira. Andira pushes into your hand, purring deeply as you rub her head. My pal! We bonded with this one. She looks at you with attention before licking your entire face with one stroke. That's my Larion right there. Best friends.
You seek me.
Anyway, Zosime and Calla have a strong bond, but their communication is lacking. I will teach Zosime to capture the behaviors that she wants Calla to perform, then connect those behaviors with words. Lentios will teach Calla how to speak with Zosime as well. such as when she wants to stretch her wings and when she wants to play. These skills will help both of them form a strong relationship, one built on mutual respect. Excellent. Alright, those are just celebrating aspirants. Who's over here? Celebrating ascended. Yeah, okay, just peeps. Guardian of the Stew Ward. I like that. Steward Caterer.
Sustenance, bandages.
Okay. Archimedes, Hand of Courage, and Clora.
How can I help you?
Right, I remember who Clora is. She was one of the people that was part of the Ascended trials. She's like a forge person now. Mawwalker, thank you for all you have done. If it were not for you, I may have never received my wings. And of course, the Shadowlands may have fallen to darkness from which it could never recover. There's much to be done, to be sure, but I am confident that together with the other covenants, specifically with the other covenants, we will see the end of this crisis and be all the better for it. And then Archimedes. I must thank you for everything you've done for the Kyrian. Without your heroic efforts, Clora may never have ascended. She's proving herself to be an invaluable disciple, and much of that has to do with you. Okay, never mind. This is maybe a different person than I was talking about. I don't know who this is. She's proving herself to be an invaluable disciple, and much of that has to do with you. You must be a shining example, not just for Clora, but all Kyrian. On that note, I expect to see you in the arena again soon, okay?
May your courage never falter.
More celebrating people. Paul on the other Hand of Courage. Okay, so there are two hands. Because, yeah, this guy's a Hand of Courage and this guy's a Hand of Courage. So, Uther should be a Hand of Devotion. And then it would be like, he would be their voice on the council or whatever. Cynthia.
What do you need of me?
My time in Maldraxxus started grim. I watched my fellow Kyrian tortured. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is the one Ascended that can be found in Maldraxxus when they got captured. I witnessed Thales blinded. The House of Constructs kept me alive for purposes I never intend to know. With each passing day, I continued to break. I found some solace in talking to Thales and stewards as we prayed our allies would show up. We almost gave up until you saved us, Mawwalker. We thank you eternally. Always here for you. Didn't even know you were being held. It was kind of, I kind of got captured and then guys were also there. But yeah, we busted out of that place. The House of the Chosen proved different, accepting, even after the white wings of our allies came to fight with us. After I was reunited with my love... This guy? I knew we had to stay and help those who took us in. But now, as they are set upon their path once more, we have returned, and I am happy to be back. Okay.
Did my sister send you?
Allies.
As aspirants, Archimedes and I quickly formed a bond akin to siblings. That one back there, the other Hand of Courage. It was clear destiny brought us together as soulbinds, always stronger when working together. But in my times apart from my sister, Cynthia has captured my heart. Oh, look at this! Lovebirds. We snuck off to watch the anima flow together, spending tender moments in each other's company. When she disappeared from us, I feared the worst. Archimedes reminded me to have faith in Cynthia and her strength. When I found her during our Maldraxxus mission, we sprinted to embrace each other before the fighting side by side. Wow.
May your courage never falter.
Okay, there's Mechanicos. We shall make great things together, my apprentice. Incredible work and improvements like the improvements the Shadowlands has never seen before. Hippokos. You see resolve in Hippokos' eyes as he brims with excitement. As you approach, he smiles before humming a tune of delight. Okay.
You bear interest in craftsmanship? Show.
Been working in Bastion for countless years. Have made countless improvements and innovations to protect Bastion and make everything run smoother. Alas, even the great Forged Light Prime can run out of ideas. Korthia has been amazing, meeting fellow craftspeople, collaborating together, working towards a common goal, constructed many incredible things, even healed gargoyles. Learned much, inspired to brim. I must keep collaborating. Hippokos is my new apprentice. With his experience in Maldraxxus and passion for the craft, he will create greatness, with my help, of course. Plus, he is a great listener, and I am a great talker. Okay, so yeah, this is one of the stewards that was captured in Maldraxxus.
Leave me to my work.
Athanos is the overturned sparring assistant. Oh, look at this. We're dialogue with them. The Forged Light Prime holds great respect for you. I will endeavor to continue defending Bastion in your absence.
It is my privilege to assist you.
You have learned much from the Kyrian. In turn, they have learned much from you. As you bested me on the path of ascension time and time again. I don't think I've fought this dude yet in the path of ascension. May you remember these lessons as you travel your own path. I think I only did once. Honestly, the path of the ascendance like minigame thing in the Covenant Order Hall, like I don't like it that much. Kowalskos being carried when the generous ascended, okay. Alethea, I don't know who this is.
Our fates
who are you?
Converge.
When I first met you and Clea in Redridge, oh, geez, you got to leave your post in Redridge? This was the Kyrian that was hanging out in the graveyard there, like one of the Watchers or whatever they're called. I knew there was something different about you both. Clea was not satisfied with the status quo. Her loyalty to the Archon and the path guided her actions, but she always pushed for better. With you by her side, she did not fall upon seeing Ben Howell's soul go into the maw. She not only persevered, but helped pave the way for a more compassionate future. Her devotion shines, and will continue as hand. Okay, I don't know why you're here. Vothia, Hand of Humility.
My aid is yours.
I am truly humbled that you would freely give so much of your time to aid us, Mawwalker. To see such dedication from a Kyrian is expected, but a mortal? You want to know us all? Well, first of all Kyrian were mortals to begin with, so check yourself, you know, before you wreck yourself.
A life lived in
just being like, especially from a mortal. It's just like, okay, yeah, I guess I didn't die and like spend many trials in Bastion yet, but like all you guys started as mortals. Aspirant Thales, my sight may be gone, but I have other senses to guide me. Our experience in Maldraxxus were formative for us all.
We must persevere.
Yeah, this is one of the guys this was the guy that we first met in Maldraxxus, one of the guys that was taken. Mawwalker, I thank you. If it hadn't been for you, I might never have made it out of Maldraxxus. I have suffered, it is true, but I have not given up. That was in part because of your example. You would not leave any of us behind. I wouldn't, man. We were in that together. We were all getting out of there. You would not leave any of us behind, and your steadfast determination fueled my own. Although he cannot say it, I know Hippokos feels the same way. Oh, right, they cut out Hippokos' tongue. Okay, yeah, that makes sense as why he doesn't talk. I was just like, did this guy always not talk? And then I was just like, oh, right, they cut out his tongue. Like, they took this guy's eye and they cut out Hippokos' tongue. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. We've bonded, he and I. I suspect he will continue to be my eyes, and I will be his voice. Alright. That's awesome.
May we survive this tragedy.
Wisdom is not simply knowing the right thing to do in every situation. It is a tool you use, yes, but it is also something you share, and something you take in kind. Not only have you shown wisdom in your actions, Mawwalker, but you have shared your wisdom with so many, and Bastion has blossomed because of it. I hope you have learned from us in turn, and I hope that you let Bastion's lessons guide you in the future. I sure will. That people really need to talk things out more often. Forge Light Sophone. Sika!
I can fit you in.
Sika loves to work. Organizing, scheduling, tracking resources, keeping everything running good. Friends say Sika too busy, but Sika always say it's okay. Sika love it. But now Sika understand. Friends send Sika to Revendreth for party. Maldraxxus friend in Korthia says breaks important. Oh, that's awesome. Breaks important. In past, maybe too controlling. Sika learning to delegate. Let friends help. Teach other stewards to be like Sika. Then we all take breaks. More life than work. Sika finally learning the work-life balance.
Places to
Good job, Sika.
Speak.
Forge Light Sophone. Okay, this is the Forge person that I was thinking of. I forgot who Flora was. My forge has been nothing but bustling. The push into Korthia has provided us with more than enough work to do, helping to equip Kyrian for the efforts there. Next, we must prepare for the return of the Forsworn aspirants, as well as forging this very optimistic that will fix the Arbiter and more souls will be getting Kyrian. Next, we must prepare for the return of the... the Forsworn aspirants. Okay, never mind. Specifically the Forsworn aspirants. Okay, yeah. As well as forging whatever may be necessary for any new trials for the path. Of course, with more work comes more chaos. I've got stewards and aspirants alike contributing to the cause however they can. Perhaps one day, new aspirants will start flooding in once more. There we go. Perhaps one day. But for now, we have plenty on our hands. Alright.
May your forge burn bright.
Oh, here's Nicolon again. Okay, just make sure there's nobody else to talk here. Says, no matter what has happened, I am glad you have returned to us, Nicolon. Pelagos, you have proved to be most compassionate of us all. Thank you. Yeah, Pelagos is awesome. Okay, Nicolon. I remember you there when I fell Mock-Walker. Really? Because I don't remember you. We weren't there. Either the quest was glitched when I didn't get to see it, or like, because they were only later where they just like, oh yeah, he totally fell. I remember you when I fell, Mock-Walker. Sure. It is not your fault, nor Uther's fault, nor even Erdia's fault. Maybe I'm remembering the wrong person. Maybe he was at the Temple of Purity. He might have been at the Temple of Purity. In fact, it was not my fault either. Okay, so it was no one's fault. Is that what we're coming down to? It was just happenstance? You know, like... It wasn't anybody's fault, it just happened to be this way? Like, I guess, like, you're not at fault for making your choice. One path cannot suffice for eternity. Too often do beings act in specific ways because it is tradition, or how it has always been done, instead of investigating the reason why their predecessors started functioning this way to begin with. Very wise. I acted how I thought was just. Imagine my horror as I saw the truth, witnessed my fellows twisted into mossworn. You helped me save everybody we could, but when we arrived here, it seemed nothing had yet changed. Thank you for all you and your friends have done. The work is hardly over, but I will help all I can as a disciple of devotion. Fair enough, Nicolon.
I am here for you.
Honestly, I'm not sure I became so closely involved in... I'm not sure how I became so closely involved in such monumentous events. I'm just an aspirant. I still struggle constantly with my cleansings and trials, and I'm nowhere near ascension. I offered Clea support long after her first soulbind ascended, and she lost all contact with her. Wow, your first Clea's first soulbind got her wings and just like was just like, haha, Clea, I'm better than you now. Frig off. Wow. We grew closer, becoming soulbinds ourselves, able to face whatever challenges together. Who could have predicted what we would face and the impact we'd leave? It has been my greatest honor, Moonlight. It's been an honor for me too, Pelagos. You're a champion. What's next for you, though? I'm so incredibly proud of my soulbind, soaring through the ranks to aid Adrestes and ushering in a new era for the Kyrian. If anybody embodies devotion to our cause, it is her. I concur, Clea is awesome. For now, I will help where needed. I will be one of the first to devote myself to this new temple, to become an acolyte of devotion. Perhaps, along with Nicolon, I can help facilitate conversations between the Forsworn and the Kyrian, so we can fully unite together. I feel as though my story is far from over, and I look forward to wherever my path guides me. Well, you have a long-ass time to figure yourself out, Pelagos. Your legend is only beginning.
Together, we can achieve anything.
All right. I need to speak to Claire. Where the fuck? Oh, Claire's right here. Okay, with pull mark. What we face has never been done before. Do you believe we are prepared to lead this change? One cannot be prepared for the unknown. We must be open to the change and support each other through it. If you believe in those around you, no future is too daunting.
You have questions?
A long time ago, I worked my way up from aspirant to disciple of loyalty. A long time, but you didn't stay a disciple of loyalty. For eons after, I have served the Archon willingly as an overseer, and her voice when she is not present. That's what it meant to be polemark. In all that time, Bastion never changed. Kyrian had struggled with their path before, either sent to a temple for more training, or sent to the Arbiter once again for a different afterlife. Really? You could do that? Just be like, nah, I don't think this is the right one. We're gonna send them elsewhere? Because they changed, maybe? Maybe they started here as being worthy, but maybe they changed and they could go somewhere else? This is interesting. Because I know, like, in Revendreth, like, when souls were redeemed, they could be sent back to the Arbiter to be rejudged. But this is the first time I've heard that this has happened here. You know, in which case, this makes Sylvanas' argument really pointless, because it feels like anybody could have the choice of going back to the Arbiter and being rejudged. But I guess it all came down to the Arbiter, because it wasn't their free will to go to a new place. Anyway. Sylvanas. I still haven't seen the Sylvanas death cutscene yet, so no spoilers on that, but I hear it's a little bit interesting. I say in quotation marks. The Forsworn seemed nothing out of the ordinary at first, until their wings turned dark and their ranks grew. I guess their wings turning dark was a Mossworn thing. Though we've seen them be like, they just started doubting and then they would turn purple, so I don't, like, there didn't seem to be any corruption in that, but I guess it was like a Maw power thing. You and your friends helped us see the error of our blind ways. What is more, you helped us regain our compassion, find our new path. I am ready now to usher this new way in, and work together for stronger, healthier Bastion. Okay, that's pretty awesome. More compassion towards the disciples who are struggling with finding their way, making their way towards becoming ascended and earning their wings. Or what struggles they had in their past lives.
My
Wisdom
weapon
guide your path.
and my wings are yours.
The Forsworn have rejoined us, and a new path is nigh. Adresses and I will create a new temple, develop tenets that will guide our fellow Kyrian to repair relationships, trust, and reframe their mindsets. My friend, I am overwhelmed. I spent so long, too long, as an aspirant due to the drought. Once we met, everything became a blur. We did what other Kyrian, Ascended, and aspirant alike have never done before. We fought paragons. We escaped the Maw multiple times. We even established relationships with the other realms. Am I truly worthy of becoming Hand? Do I know how to stop fighting when I've been doing so for so long? With our friends by my side, I must do the best I can. As long as we work together, we will succeed. Clea, you got this. Don't doubt yourself, girl. You got this. Just believe in yourself, Clea. You've got it in you.
I shall fight for all we believe in.
Damn straight. All right, now time to talk to Calisthenia. I think that's it. That was a lot of text. That was a lot of reading. But we got basically we checked in on everyone, got a bit of an update from everything. Some of these guys I don't remember. Some of these guys was like, oh yeah, okay, so this is nice. Just like what's happening with everybody here.
State your purpose.
The time for the ceremony has come. Okay, so now we're getting this thing. Today, a new paragon is anointed, and for the first time since the dawn of our realm, a temple is rededicated to represent our devotion to one another. Okay, specifically to one another. All right. A new paragon, a new sigil, a new path for all Kyrian. This ceremony shall be glorious indeed. All right, let's go.
I will be watching you, mortal.
Oh, okay, hold on. Calisthenia also... Oh shit, more dialogue. Alright, Calisthenia also has something to say. I devoted myself to overseeing and advising aspirants long, long ago. I was not the only one at first, but as the drought persisted, my peers were needed elsewhere until I was the only one left, overseeing the aspirants. My orders were to keep the aspirants training, to bide our time until the drought had passed, because they couldn't move on to their trials to become ascended without anima. I was not to tell them that every single soul was sent straight to the Maw, that the Shadowlands had broken down. I didn't want panic to ensue. I told them what I could, but I was alone and had to keep myself calm. For my hard work to be first recognized via my inclusion of the Path of Ascension, and now again as a new polemark of Bastion, I recognize no higher honor. Thank you, Mawwalker. I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot. Yeah, it's alright. Water under the bridge. I'm ready for the ceremony. Okay, we just teleported straight there. So this is where we would have been if that was our you were part of the Kyrian Covenant. Here's your little moment with your people thing, and now we're here for the grand moment of you know, doing this thing, I guess. Here's the other paragons. So we got Thenios, the Paragon of Wisdom, Vesiphone, the Paragon of Purity, Chiris? I forgot how you say this. The Paragon of Humility, and then Xandria, the Paragon of Courage. And now the Paragon of Devotion. Who am I talking to here? Okay, Clea. Oh, here we go. Here's the whole team, the whole group. Alright, I guess you could have talked to Keliseni if you want to go down or whatever. Okay, yeah, this is just the same dialogue again. Alright.
Allow me to show you the way.
I never imagined I would become so close to the pole mark. Did we, though? Now look at us. Look at him. It is an honor to watch my friend receive such an honor. Once again, this would have been much better if the pole mark had any sort of character arc. And to work alongside him for eons to come. I'm ready.
Many ages have passed
Here we go.
since a paragon was last anointed. Longer still, since we have christened a new temple. Today, we do both. Adrestes, step forward. Through trying times, you have embodied patience and compassion. Virtues that will serve you well as Paragon of Devotion.
Oh, there we go. There's his growth spurt.
5 temples.
Yay!
5 paragons.
5 temples, 5 paragons.
Take your place among us, Adrestes, as we reforge our Covenant's sigil.
Yay!
A symbol
there we go.
of our new path forward. One born of unity between Kyrian and Forsworn alike.
Yay! Cheering. Awesome. All right. You know, happy ending then. Look at us. Look at the combined thing. This is like this is like the end of Lion King 2. In fact, it's a lot like the ending of Lion King 2 because for no real reason, all the lions from the exile pack had different fur color. So it was also like this where they mixed into one pride at the end. Because also for dubious reasons they're purple colored. All right, who are we talking to? There we go. Look at him. The new Paragon of Devotion. Got his little title and everything.
What troubles
There we go. Paragon of Courage, Paragon of Humility, Purity, which still I don't know what Purity is gonna do now, but sure. Rock on, I guess. Can I talk to them? No, I can't. I wish I could talk to their paragons because I would love to know what Vesiphone has to say about what's going to happen in the new path for her.
I am the Archon's will.
This honor is more than I could have hoped. There's a long road ahead, but with the help of my fellow Kyrian, all Kyrian, the Temple of Devotion will embody the future of our people. Let the true work begin. Very good pull, Mark. With the future of kinship and devotion secured for Bastion, a new sigil is born to represent our path forward. Please report all that you have done to the Primus. When he is ready, we will deliver the sigil to him. Let us hope he can use it to thwart the Jailer's plans and save the Shadowlands. Report back to the Primus and Korthia.
Uther,
all right.
Pardon my asking.
Oh, here we go.
What fate befell Arthas in the end?
Oh shit, he didn't know?
At the moment of his death, Devos and I claimed his soul and cast it into the maw.
Gasp.
Without the Arbiter's
there
knowledge?
There we go.
So, he might yet have had a chance at redemption?
That's right.
I will never know.
That's right, you'll never know.
It was not
unless
my
the Arbiter,
choice to
unless we
make.
get his soul back.
Delos led me down a dark path.
That's right, it wasn't
Now
your
that I
choice
have
to make.
seen
There
them
you go,
all
I was
for
waiting for
myself,
this.
I cannot say that any soul deserves such torment.
You
Perhaps
know, fair
some
enough.
can never be forgiven. But you have shown me that they must be treated with compassion.
That's right. There are definitely some souls, though, that could never be forgiven. So I'll definitely agree with that. But they had to be treated with compassion. So yeah, just like you know what? I feel like everybody should get the chance at Revendreth, and then if they can't even make it through Revendreth, then they can be sent to eternal damnation. I mean, that's what happens with most of them, I think. So. All right. Let's get back to Korthia. Where does this lead? Leave the seat of the Archon. Is this gonna send me back to Korthia? Oribos, maybe? It'd be great if it just sent me straight back to Korthia, but I doubt that's gonna happen. It's just gonna send me to the bottom, the Bastion area, isn't it? Oh no, Oribos. Woo! Dude, right by the Korthia portal too. Awesome. Oh hey, Widelia. How's the PvP going? Pfft. PvP. I laugh. All right. Turning in this quest to Primus. I just finished the Kyrian part of the story, so.
Ah, the Maw Walker.
Kyrestia was the first to be born aloft by wings of duty and service. That you have helped the Archons see a new path forward is a wondrous thing indeed, mortal.
The covenants must
all
stand
right, there we
as
go.
Kyrestia was ever the most unwavering of us all. The Archon's willingness to embrace a new path demonstrates her devotion to the Kyrian. I have called upon the covenants to bear their sigils here to Korthia. The key to our victory lies within them. And in you, Maw Walker.
And in you, Maw Walker. All right.